Hi there and welcome to another episode of Sit and Spin with me, your host Joe. With me tonight again, this white mass over here, Norm the Drowsy Dog being his normal drowsy self. Or as I should say, Norm the bionic drowsy dog, because now he is. Got pins and metal plates, and special now. But you're here to find out about some cool new music. And tonight we're going to be talking about the sophomore studio release from the band Broken Bells and their new album, After the Disco. This just came out back at the tail end of January. Just getting around to it because I had to kind of digest it a little bit. Broken Bells, of course, is the studio project from James Mercer of the Shins and Dangermouse, aka Brian Burton. You may have heard of that guy. I did a little thing called the Grey Album, worked with a lot of other famous people. But Broken Bells is his project with James Mercer. And it came together kind of organically. The two met back in 2004, had a little mutual admiration society going on, and decided they wanted to work together. Took them about 4 more years to actually get around to doing it. But then they just kind of moved in together and were living together and started writing a record, which became Broken Bells' self-titled debut album in 2010. And that was actually one of my favorite records of that year. Really quite liked it a bit. They followed it up with an EP in 2011 called Mirren Fields. And now they're finally following up with a full-length studio album, After the Disco. This was recorded in LA and features the 17-piece Angel City String Orchestra, as well as a 4-piece choir, including among its members Becky Stark of Lavender Diamond and Elizabeth Z. Berg of The Like and Jams. If you've ever heard of them, that's a record also I'm quite fond of. It's good stuff. If you're a fan of the Shins, not so far removed from the Shins, but with more electronic and slightly dance elements to it. Sometimes stuff has more upbeat stuff, but a lot of it's pretty mellow and laid back and chill, like some of the Shins music. It's a good mix of both things, but I actually, personally, I find it a little bit more interesting than some of the Shins output lately, even though I still dig that too. I really like the whole record. There's not really a bad track on it. I dig it right from the start with this track, Perfect World, the title track. The third track, which is also the opening single from the album, which is Holding On For Life, features a great Barry Gibb falsetto impersonation that, if you didn't know better, you would think it was. Actually, I thought it was Barry Gibb. I actually had to check the album credits to be sure that it wasn't. It's that close. I also like No Matter What You're Told, which has a great driving bass line, and some of the more mellow, melancholy cuts on the album, too, like Leave It Alone and... Gosh, I can't remember the Angel and the Fool, which is also very much a favorite of mine as well. But overall, a great follow-up to their debut. Hopefully they'll keep making more great stuff like this. Broken Bells, After the Disco, out now. If this sort of thing is your bag, baby, go out and pick it up. If you've never heard Broken Bells yet, and you're a fan of the Shins, which if you're a fan of the one, I don't know why you wouldn't be the other, or if you're familiar with Dangermouse and haven't checked out Broken Bells, great place to start. Work your way back from there. If not, if you've never heard of them at all, equally great place to start. Great record. It's out on CD and vinyl as well as digital download. But any way you want to get it, it's a good record to check out. Definitely going to be already on my list of favorites for the year. That's all we got for this week. We will catch you next time on Sit and Spin. From me, Norm the Drowsy Dog. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you're checking out my friend Scott over at Righteous Vinyl, as well as the guys that ripped the day, Gino, Sean, Mellow Pete, Yorma, and a whole host of new cats that are back. Dave on bass. Dave plays bass stuff. Occasionally my sorry bass is on there. And a whole host of other new guys who are contributing to the page over there. It's really cool. So check out Rip of the Day, check out Righteous Vinyl, and of course, thanks for tuning in here. Check out and see what I got coming your way next time on Sit and Spin. Thanks a lot.